Okay guys, welcome back to part 3 and where we'll start messing around with this and trying to get our look finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find our little man, which is there. I'm probably going to move him actually. Probably move him into the background, probably about there. Zoom in a little bit. The more that you scale a rasterized image, you're going to lose quite a lot of quality. It's going to start looking a bit blurred. As you can tell right now, if we zoom in, the pixels are very stretched and doesn't look very nice. But if you're going to have it as a background image, don't know why I put it as multiply there, it's a bit silly. Have it as an overlay and then probably turn it down to about 40. There we go, so it's going to sit in the background. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to have it as the background, then that's fine, you know, it's not going to look that bad. Also, one thing that I should add is at the bottom, this is going to continue onwards. We're not going to have this repeat, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a new layer at the top. I'm going to use our sample color at the bottom, click OK, grab our gradient tool, and then just on the top layer, just hold shift and then just drag somewhat up, like so. That's basically the bottom half is just going to fade out into greenness. Not too sure though if I like that, if I like green at the bottom, so I'm probably going to think I'd like to continue with the grey maybe. Not too sure about that. I think I might leave it as the grey. I think I prefer it. And then basically at the bottom of the page it just continues as being grey. I might leave it like that actually. I like that. That'll do. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add some detail to the actual video player bit, which will be here. So let's zoom in a little bit more. As we can see, we've got this bit here. I usually like to go for a different colour to make it stand out more, but that's totally up to you. I'm going to try, actually, do you know what, for the sake of it, sometimes because the colour palette that you're given to edit your styles, so if I was to go to here and then show advanced options, these colours here, sometimes you'll be changing like the colour here and it also change it down here, so having like a background or backdrop that's different to this will sometimes, it's very hard to mix and match, as with here. I wanted this text here to be white so it stood out on the background, but when I had it would also change this to be white as well, which means on this white background it's very hard for it to stand out. So I think because of that I'm probably just going to just have this background the same colour as this, just because it's a little bit easier to manipulate. I mean, there is workarounds, as you see, as you can see on the Gamer Motion example I've done. It is possible, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead here and doosh. Go ahead and try and fill this in. Rasterize. And then what you can do, which is very helpful, is just copy this, so, and then paste it. So we've copied part of the corner and then we've pasted a separate bit. I'm going to put it on this corner here. And then we're going to collapse it onto the layer so it's still one whole layer. It's starting to get a little bit confusing now, so you know, please stick with it. It's going to get a little bit confusing. With this layer selected, we're going to use our Mark Q tool to take some of the corner, use our Move tool and bring it up until it lines up with this white or light grey area, like so. And then this is still on the same object. We're going to take another copy a selection, press Ctrl T to transform and raise it up like so, and then we are going to do the same here. Ctrl T, drag it across. As you see, there we go, made that quite easily. And we're going to make a drop shadow coming off here, and let me just do that. I'm going to make a selection tool, selection path like this, and make a select a darker colour. Like so. Make sure it's on a new layer and drop like so. As you can see, it hangs off the edges, which is fine because we're going to press and hold Control, and we're going to click on our background bit there. So we make a selection path. Make sure we've got our shadow bit that we've just created selected. Then press Control, Shift and I, and then press Delete, like so. And then we're probably just going to drop that down a little bit, probably to about 60. It's a little bit too dark. Press Control T, and maybe just bring that in a little bit as well. So as you can see, it drops off. And I wanted to put something in here. Now I'm not too sure. I might just leave it there for the time being. I'm going to make another little box for the video. So just make sure I got it like so. There we go. And we'll probably take it all the way up to the top, so that way it encases the video. And we're going to right click, rasterize. Now up the top here we've got our line. I'm going to zoom a little bit more. Oh, let me get rid of that. This line here, we want to make sure this is going all the way across, so we're going to follow that line with our selection path, and then we're just going to remove the black overhanging edge like so. Okay, as you can tell, our black edge is slightly darker than this, which is fine. Actually, that works out a little bit better. I'm going to move our YouTube layer above. So as you can see, this is so far how it's going. Pretty good, pretty good. Now we could leave this whole area here empty as it's our thumbnail images, but that is totally up to you. Not too sure if I will or not. Probably going to take our logo layer and probably dot it around a little bit. So let me just try and find that. This is the reason you name your layers, because now I can't tell which one is my logo, hence why I'm clicking all over the place. There we go, found it. So I'm going to press Ctrl J, V selection to move it about, Ctrl T, rotate it, and then just move it down to about there, pop it there. I'm going to turn on our press enter, and then turn on our background layer just to make sure it's not overlapping with anything. Oh god, trying to find my logo layer again. Jesus, you really should name them. Silly me. I will keep that in mind for the next tutorial. I'm going to have that there. So don't be afraid to really brand, you know, your by brand I mean, you know, don't be afraid to flaunt your brand, which is fine. So okay, that's fine like that. I think I might thinking I might get rid of this actually. I really want to keep it there just because it adds a little bit of definition, but well, I might just keep it there for the time being. And okay, right. Okay, so now I want to add a background texture as well, and I've actually got an image here from Google. Press Ctrl V to paste it in, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it there like so. Press enter. Now I don't want all of this to be shown. I'm going to go ahead and line it up the top. Press the blending layer to be multiple, like so. Oh, actually, do you know what? It might be overlay. Not too sure. We'll work on that. we're going to turn it into a mask, and we're just going to go ahead and press Control All and delete, and then we're going to start dragging some information in. Like so. Okay, and now we don't actually want it to be on here, so we're going to go ahead and press delete to get rid of it from there. It's quite strong, quite overpowering actually, so we're going to turn down the opacity like so. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. As you can tell, it's sitting nicely in the background. Now if we were to turn it off, it looks quite boring, so it gives it quite a nice bit of texture to the image. Up to 50%. That'll be fine. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off. Zoom in. Pretty sure I want to take that out just because I don't have anything in there to put. But I've already made it, so just deal with it. Latest vid. I really don't know what to put for that. Latest video. It sounds really obvious and a bit pointless, but let's just leave it like that. Just going to try to expand here. Excuse me, Control J, V, and paste again. Selection box. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to expand it. There we go. So let's just call this latest, and then the rest of it would be video. Video. Excellent. So that will stay there. I'm going to go back to this bit here. Going to grab our corner part, select our move tool, drag it over, then select just that part, Control T, drag it over, press enter, there we go. Easy, very simple. Control, click the thumbnail, new layer, drag, drag down, selection tool, delete, opacity down, like so. Okay, I would really like to put so much more on this, but that shall do for now. See me on the next episode, and hopefully we should be wrapping a few things up on this. Unfortunately, it's been taking a very long time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.